Previously on the podcast.
We can't wait for next week's episode. God knows what. I think we'll probably do. What should we do? We'll do a little. Why don't we do a little game?
Ooh, that's a nice idea.
Edition.
That's so stupid.
Maybe we'll do another edition. We'll
You don't like that idea, Puffy?
I think it's a disaster. Who would listen to a podcast of guys playing a board game?
This is Jimmy's podcast, season
11.
on the podcast. We coming back for more. I bet you never thought we'd last, and neither did we.
Well,
Breaking news, show reviews, rubber boots reactions, and other social media crap. And if nothing else, you know you're gonna have a laugh. You're gonna have a laugh, oh yeah, 'cause this is the podcast.
Welcome to the first ever Rubber Boots podcast, Game Night Edition.
Love it.
So I
Hold
thought,
on, sorry. You guys didn't shower or change since last week?
no, I decided
I saw that you did.
I wanted consistency from last week, so I wore the same thing. I'm wearing sunglasses again because I'm still upset about Willow.
Yep.
I know it's been 10 days now, and you guys are mocking me, but I
had a dream
I
about
love
you.
that dog.
I have a dream about you, and I think it was Willow related.
Okay.
So last night, I'm dreaming, I'm sleeping, and it felt like we were on vacation together in Europe.
Okay.
And
Was Willow with me?
no, but you pulled me aside and you said, "I'm going to be a father again."
Oh.
And I was like, "You mean grandfather?" And you were like, "No, Brooksy and I
Are having a
are
child.
having another child."
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, you had another baby,
Oh.
and the baby was with us, and you were a pretty doting father.
Oh.
But I remember being kind of like,
Was it a boy or a girl that I had?
It was a boy.
Was Brooksy definitely the mom?
It was definitely Brooksy. Was definitely
Wasn't Tanya?
No, it was definitely Brooksy, and I just remember being like, it was very. You must have been paying because we were at a very nice locale,
Oh, thank you.
and
Well, I'm making 1.9 from Bad Bunny's TV.
and I remember being very concerned about you entering into fatherhood.
Yeah, I would be.
at your right.
Would any of you, okay, you don't have kids. It's a good question. You don't have any children. Would any of you consider being a father at this age? No?
Probably not.
Would you ever welcome a child into your world?
Listen, there's a. I mean, it wouldn't happen with Stephanie. We're both well into our 50s, but
Okay.
there's a
could
scenario.
adopt.
If there was a scenario where somebody came to me and said, "Hey, listen, I'm single, but I want to have a kid. Would you consider being a father to this kid?" And I wouldn't have anything to do with it necessarily.
Well, it's kind of cocky of you to think they'd want your sperm.
I've been asked. I've been asked at one point in my life. I've actually been asked.
I actually, I say
Thank
it
you
as a
very
joke,
much.
but I think you'd have some good sperm.
Now, sorry, when you were asked, was it the medical method or the...
I don't know. We never got that far into the discussion because the truth of the matter is she was engaged by that point, but she said if she had not met her husband, she was considering asking me.
Oh wow!
Yes,
But you didn't get to the point of
we didn't get
how
to the point of how.
right.
If I had my way,
The handmaid situation.
no, if I had my way, of course.
Well, that would be my condition probably. If I was a single man and someone said that, I said yes, but I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not sitting in the office.
Come on, let's do this the right way.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Would say someone said they really are a big fan of yours,
Right.
and they really would like a child who's on
They
their
want
personality.
to. They want to create the perfect sportscaster.
yeah.
And golfer.
I can't even say that with a straight face. So they want my seed.
Yes.
Yo,
and,
seed,
and
son.
they want like Caperness's eggs.
Yes. And
We are going to create a dream sportscaster.
Yeah.
A dream Canadian cable sportscaster.
So that's always been my.
I mean, if we went outside, they might want a little bit of
I always say like Nike should have
Jim Nantz, maybe.
Nike should have like LeBron James and like Serena Williams just have a child.
Yeah.
And name it Nike.
Nike, and Nike has the kid. They raised the child.
You know what? You just blew my mind. That's actually.
Well, that's like Ray Ferraro and Cammy Granato.
Yeah, like.
Well, wasn't that like the whole Yao Ming thing? They took two really good basketball players in China and asked them to.
Did they? And that was Yao Ming?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh wow! What are we doing wrong here?
Anyway, I don't think I
We're
would.
years behind the rest of the
What about
world.
Agassi and Graf?
Yeah.
Right?
Did they have kids?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Oh, while you're on that, I happened to watch last night. There's a Brooke Shields documentary out, and it was just, I think it is aired on ABC, but I think it was at what is it called? Sundance, yeah, or one of those festivals. You know, we've talked often on this pod about like stuff that was done a long time ago that's so inappropriate today.
Your trip to Epstein Island.
John Hughes movies, things like that. That as well. Poor Brooke Shields, like it really goes through her life. Man, she was the stuff that, first of all, she's in a movie called Pretty Baby when she's 12 years old where she plays like a prostitute. And that was pretty controversial.
Yeah.
And they talked about how like the director tried to get her to kiss right and stuff, and really it was icky. It was icky watching this doc. And then she was in Endless Love, I think was her like now she's like 15 maybe, and she's doing the love scenes, and the director's not happy about the expression on her face. It's not
sexy enough.
It's not orgasmic enough.
Oh wow!
So he starts pulling her toes to try to put her in pain during the scene without telling her. Anyway, the whole thing, and then the Calvin Klein ads, which if you know, a lot of our listeners might be too young, but when Brooke Shields was 16, she became the face of Calvin Klein, and I think this is where Calvin Klein really took off. Like Calvin Klein was nothing till then, and they did this sexy string of advertisements, which the camera just follows her body in the most sexual way possible, and she says something that has some sort of innuendo. There's nothing between me and my Calvins or whatever. But she was 16.
Wow.
And I felt so icky watching it.
Wasn't it Blue
Lagoon?
Yeah. I've never seen it, for the record.
So Blue Lagoon, I was about...
Lester also directed Endless Love.
Well, like we were in grade 6 or grade 7, so 12 or 13 years old, and we went to see, I think it was Stripes, the Bill Murray movie.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm really sounding old now, but it was like PG-13, and me being cheap little Jimmy, I tried to get in on like a child ticket.
Yeah.
So I'm like, child, and they're like, yeah, sorry, you can't get into this movie unless you're accompanied by an adult. And all my friends had already bought their tickets. So I was by myself, maybe one other guy, one good friend who decided to stick with me. But then we bought a ticket to some animated movie, and Blue Lagoon was playing, so we snuck into Blue Lagoon. So we were actually the winners when we came out of
Blue
it.
Lagoon
We saw like a
R-rated?
boobie and stuff, right?
Was it R-rated?
I don't think it was, because it was a fairly innocent movie. Like they were like 15, 16, they get lost on an island, they have a baby, whatever. But when you were 13, it felt like a big deal to go to Blue
Amazing,
Lagoon, to see Blue Lagoon.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I don't know why I went on this tangent, just to say I felt really bad for Brooke Shields. And it went into, so this was the story I wanted to tell. So she marries Agassi.
Yes.
And she was on Friends.
Yep.
She was on an episode of Friends where she played like a psycho
I
stalker
remember.
girlfriend
Yeah,
of Joey.
Yes, I watched the
remember.
episode just recently.
So there is a scene when they're in a restaurant, and she's talking about that scene, and she wanted to go way over the top, and she starts like sucking his fingers and stuff, right? So they get off stage, and Agassi freaks. He goes, "You're my wife," or maybe it was girlfriend at the time, I'm not sure. And says, "What are you doing sucking the hand of another guy?" He goes home and breaks all of his trophies. His Wimbledon trophy, his US Open trophy, he smashes them because she sucked Matt LeBlanc's fingers in an episode of Friends. Anyway, that relationship did not last very long.
He had some
Good for her.
demons. He
Good
had
for
some
her.
demons.
Yeah, and I had forgotten they were even married until
Until you
because I always thought of
mentioned
Agassi and Graff together.
Imagine if it was more than his finger.
So to follow up on the
Where were we? How did we get into that? What is wrong with you?
Agassi and Steffi Graf do have two children,
Oh, nice.
and they are both adults now because they were born in October 2001 and in October 2003. Neither of them play tennis. One of them's pursuing baseball, and the other being a dancer. So
Okay, so athleticism nevertheless.
I could see both those athletes were pushed at a young age. I could see them both being pretty much.
But apparently, they were not pushed into tennis at all. They were
Like I could see
whatever they wanted,
the pair them being like whatever.
I could imagine like if you grew up going through the grind of becoming a tennis player. I don't know if you'd want that for your kid. Like,
But it goes one of two
Tennis
ways.
might
Like
be the hardest.
Tiger seems to be treating Charlie without knowing the personal relationship, a little like Earl treated Tiger as far as.
But when you have the gift that Charlie has,
Oh God, here we go.
We need someone on this
one or
panel
two,
who
and
felt
both
the
of them
Charlie
last
vibes.
name is Woods.
Can we start our game now? I introduced this as first ever game night. So I thought we'd just add a wrinkle. This is not.
Stop interrupting.
It's not that I'm out of ideas, but we played this game. We're a very old school family, and we like to play a little game somewhere on Christmas.
That's nice.
And so Darian brought over
Saltburn or like
not Saltburn. Have you watched that yet?
Yeah,
Apparently, that is some
looks-
kick ass. So Darian brings over this game called the Best Friend Game.
nice.
And it's kind of like the Newlywed Game back in the day, where you're asked like personal questions and you see how much you know. And since we're all best friends here, I think I can say that. I thought we'd play a little round. Now I just picked out a few questions. Now there's questions on both sides of these cards, but I didn't really check the other side. I just picked out one that I thought would be funny. So you're going to pick a card. I'll
Now,
shuffle.
do we have to answer these questions seriously or for the best comedy?
Well, whatever you think is best for the pod, but I think we want to have a winner of how we know each other. So you can do it whatever way you want, Puffy. But
Can I just say one thing
What?
before we start here?
okay.
When I wrote the theme song for this pod, I said, talk about life and little sports. We're going to play some games. And finally,
You're playing games.
Gotta be
I
Lester.
called it.
Yeah, you're a bit of a savant. Idiot savant. Do you want to? Who wants to pick first? One of Lester. It's your house. But I'm going to. No, you're not going to pick. Oh, yeah, okay. You can pick, but read the question
What
on the
happens
top.
if you get it right?
So I pick this one here? Okay.
I don't know. You get a
Everyone else
point.
strips?
You get a point.
I took two away. Okay, so
Okay.
here's the first question.
Okay. No. This is the question only about you. Okay.
So we write this
We're
along.
answering
So you're going to write your own answer, and then
Okay.
we're going to try and guess it. So,
Okay.
but you're going to tell us the question.
Okay, the question is, who is my favorite athlete?
Who is Lester's favorite athlete?
And I'm going to
so
extend it
all time?
Yes, all time.
Okay.
And I write the
We're
answer. I write
writing
the
it as
answer.
well, or he's writing it?
I write the answer. I write the answer for myself, and then you guys write it as well.
All right. You might have to do some editing to make this go faster, unless we can make some witty commentary
Can
in
I show the
between
camera?
while we're
You can
answering.
show the camera.
Okay.
Yeah, you can show the camera.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't look, though. Don't look. Don't look.
All right.
Uh,
It'd be amazing if it was Andre Agassi or Steph.
I liked his intensity.
All right. Stoff's taking a lot of time here.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a Montreal Canadiens player.
Oh, smart. Smart.
Wow.
All right, Lester, what is the answer that you selected?
I selected based on historical significance as well as just all-time greatness, Muhammad Ali.
Oh, wow.
We should have gone. We should have thought of the black guy.
I did not. I only thought of white dudes.
Where I'm from, you spell with an R-O-Y.
Okay, so we got two Gila Fleurs and a
Now, side note, I was had the pleasure.
So what
of
does
meeting
Lester
this-
win that he's...
Ali, nothing really, I guess. Nobody gets any points.
Okay.
So throw that question aside. So it'll be Stoff's turn now. Stoff, you can just pick, but you're reading the one. We got to make sure you read the one on top.
Take a green one?
Yeah, you can, but just read the green question then.
A green question.
All right.
You guys having fun? Enjoying yourselves?
You can play along.
It's Friday at 3 p.m. What am I thinking about?
Friday at 3 p.m. What is Stoff thinking
What is
about?
Stoff thinking about?
I got it. You're gonna have to put in like the old Jeopardy music or something in there to fill some time, but not too much, or people just turn the damn thing off. They haven't already.
Perhaps I can write something.
All right.
Be a lot of
Friday at 3 p.m. What is Stoff thinking about? The Sunday spreads.
Sunday spreads.
Okay, that's fair enough.
3 p.m. definitely. Or college. College.
Puffy wrote getting high.
I'll be honest with you, you're not that far off.
Okay.
I wrote Sunday Eagles game. So I'm close, but I'm not sure if that's a point.
I said dinner.
Well, after I get high, I'm probably going to want to be a little hungry.
All right, so a half. Do I get a half?
I think
kind
you
of.
guys could all get a half. All
right.
that was pretty good.
Puffy, your turn. Throw that question so we. Oh, just keep that card over there.
Now, if it was 4-19,
All right, Puffy.
Puffy would have
Grab
nailed
one.
it.
No.
Read the blue one.
Oh, I took two by mistake. Sorry, this one belongs in there.
Okay, how would I rate my physical ability from 1 to 5, 5 being an Olympian?
How would Puffy rate his own physical ability, 1 to 5, 5 being an Olympian. All right. Hold on a second. I got to write this.
And there is decimal points.
Is there?
I'm going back.
Wait a second. You know decimal point. You gotta cut. You gotta commit to.
Well, no, you gotta cut. Like I did something to the power.
Okay, so only halves though.
Yeah.
You can. No, you have to do.
You could have.
We can't do you can't do like 4.2.
Mine's very specific, and
All
I
right.
think I'm gonna nail it.
All right, Puffy. Your answer is, and you get. I want
4.5.
4.5. So you just
didn't know what these
you just missed the Olympic team.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I could be very close to the luge.
I had 3.5.
You could be the bottom guy in
Yeah.
that two-man.
I had 2.5. I'm sorry.
2.5.
7 times.
to the power of 14.
Now,
I knew it wasn't going to be real.
if we were answering the question as to what we thought Puffy's thing would be, I would give you a 2.
I would just
You would say as an athlete, I'm a 2 out of
A
5?
2 out of 5. 5 is Olympic
Seeing
athlete.
these hands?
Yes.
Do you know how much I worked these out?
All right.
Okay.
No, I give you a 3. I think you're an
I
athletic
wanted to
guy.
give you a 3 too, but I thought it's the whole Olympian thing kind of threw me.
Do you want me to do it randomly or just pick one on
Pick
top?
one, baby. Pick one.
All right.
We should pick one for Chewy Louie as well.
What actor would play me in a movie about my life? Now, this is my opinion. My opinion. What actor would play me? What actor would play me
I got
in
it
a
already.
movie about my life? Now,
This is easy.
the question is, are you going with, you have to read my mind. Am I going with the lookalike, the Ben Stiller, Ed Helm way, or am I going with the actor who I think who would portray me correctly in a film about my life and would also bear a physical resemblance?
Okay.
Below the belt.
Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper.
Brad, right?
Not even close.
Bradley Cooper would do a fine job as me.
I had Ben Stiller.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bradley Cooper.
Do I get half marks for Brad?
No. Lester's ahead. 1-0. So we do one more round?
Yes.
Or is that too much
No, it's
for
good.
the audience?
Not
Or should we just keep going? Maybe this should be our podcast.
I think
I'm
you should
winning.
do one for the audience.
I'm
One for
winning.
Chewy Louie.
What do you mean?
I'm
For
winning. What do you think?
Chewy
Stop.
Louie
Stop.
speaks?
Chewy Louie? Okay. Then Chewy Louie will tell us what his vote is. But when do we give our answers? Now? But then how would it influence
that's not
him?
gonna work.
Or do we save it for the next
Call
time?
Chewy Louie up now.
It's too much.
Let's get Ho on the phone.
Just one more. You pick one more, James.
No, one more for each of you
one
guys.
more.
But I'm going to now assign the questions, what I think would be good.
Oh.
Because we can do...
That's not cheating.
let's
I'm
see.
Bradley Cooper.
I'm winning. 1-0. I'm up 1-0.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, I have a half.
You played into the delusions. That was smart.
Okay.
Jeopardy music plays on.
This is actually a good one for Puffy.
Okay.
But I'm going to give it to Lester.
Okay. Okay. I'll read
Okay.
this question.
Okay.
Would I get completely naked right now for $1,000? Yes or no?
Right now.
Right now.
Right now, I get complete.
With the video playing.
Oh, with the video play.
Hold on. Are we saying right now? Right now.
Yeah.
Not right now, but let's.
Well, no, look, you would be in the video. You would be like graphically, like
Altered.
What do you call it when they
Pixels.
when they
Pixelated.
pixel it?
I think the word you're looking for is enhanced.
I would do it for a piece of pizza right now.
For $1,000 cash.
So it's just yes or no. $1,000 cash would
Is
less.
there a camera or no?
What do you guys know?
No camera.
No camera?
Okay, you want my answer?
Oh, well, wait till him. Okay, I want your answer.
No.
Damn it.
No.
No.
Woo!
I had the N written too.
Stoff's in last place.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
All right.
I think I would do that for $1,000.
No, I knew you would.
Would you do it? Would anyone else do it for
Is this
$1,000?
your first $1,000?
Right now,
Yeah, I would.
100%. I am in. I'm in right now. I'll do it for the joke of the pod right now.
If it was for the cash was sitting right there. Yeah, I'm doing it.
They're all good questions. Should I let you pick, or do you want me to?
You
you
pick.
pick.
Go ahead. You assign a question for Bob.
Maybe we can get this to sponsor us.
Okay. This is
Their sales will go through the roof the next 2
this
weeks.
is Stoff's question,
Okay.
but it has to be limited to the. Would it be limited to the three people at this
Three people
table?
here.
Read it out loud.
Who would I call if I had to get rid of a dead body?
Oh.
So are we limiting it to the people here? I guess that would make
Yes.
most
Yes.
sense.
I mean, this is such a good question. If that people would say that I would say Puff, but I would think that you would screw it up somehow. So I would probably say, I don't think Lester would help me. I would probably say Stoff. But that I'm saying myself.
For yours, yes.
Who would Stoff call to get rid of a dead body? I don't know. Him and Lester have that bond from the Lester and Stoff podcast.
But who did I kill?
Well, that's true.
All right. All right. Well, your answer, Stoff? Who would Stoff call to get rid of a dead body?
I was gonna go with
Hello!
but Jimmy.
I got an SUV. I can fit it in the back. I have carpets.
I said
I
Puff.
said,
carpets.
I said Lester can pin the crime on Lester to the cops.
All right.
Wow.
Wow.
No, I went with Jimmy because he has the resources to help.
That's a good point. That's a good point, too. He probably knows some people.
Me and Puffy would be just two
Yeah, we'd
young
be-
guys trying
That's what I was thinking.
trying to move a dead body.
We would be laughing.
Well, I figured Puffy might know some underworld characters, you know.
I would definitely help you guys.
All right, Puffy.
I don't know if I would do a great job at it, by
Here's
the way.
Puffy's question.
Okay. Oh, okay. What do I get complimented on the most?
What does Puffy get complimented on the most?
And it's his answer,
Yeah,
so I
your
know
answer?
exactly.
Here,
what
hide
this-
it, hide
I know
it, hide it.
exactly what he's gonna write. 2 eyes or one?
All right. I tried to answer these questions very straight. I didn't go for the laughs. I want to win this game. Boy, you were writing an awful long thing there. I'm going to have to really...
There's a lot of compliments that you received.
All right.
Okay.
Puffy, what do you get complimented on the most?
My great work on the To The Rink podcast, available on Spotify.
You rank show every Thursday.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god! I think I should. I actually, quite frankly, think I would win. I should win based on that.
Right.
Because I said his quick wit.
Oh.
I said his sense of humor.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wrote his penis. I was convinced Puffy was gonna pick himself up.
Puffy, why don't you can pick a question for me for the pile.
Okay.
This is actually quite fun.
Last one. Yeah.
Enjoy it. Hope you enjoy.
Well, yeah, our listeners can say if they want us to play another couple of rounds next week.
We'll never do that again.
We'll never ever do it again. One or the other.
Or you know what we should do? We should have some guests come in. Like,
Okay.
we should,
Jimmy?
Like,
We used to
Like
play
bump.
games
like
with
Cheryl
guests.
Pound. That's
Well,
yeah.
we
We did
could.
used to have a game called Two Truths, One Lie.
That's
Two
true,
truths,
that's
one
right,
lie.
That's
That was
right.
popular with the guests.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Think Bobby Lou would come on?
Let's see. Puffy's question he has chosen for me is, what do I spend most of my money on?
Oh, come on. Easy.
What do I spend?
Easy.
I don't know that. That's, what do I spend most of my money on? You see, this is a. Am I guessing? Am I saying the truth, or am I guessing what I think you will
No,
say?
you're saying what you feel.
No, you're saying we're trying to guess what you're gonna rate.
Yes.
But do you want me to give you an indication if I'm going to be honest about the answer?
So I've written my answer.
I've already.
My answers is locked in, and there's nothing that can change my mind.
No. Exactly.
Well, you see, I think you're all saying the same thing, but
Okay, what is your answer?
no, I haven't said it. I haven't written anything down yet
Write the one that you know is correct.
that I think is accurate.
That you know is correct.
If he rates anything else, it's a lie.
Yeah. it's
Oh
a
my
lie.
God.
Complete lie. We know.
Wow.
We know where the money's spent.
All right.
Okay.
I have a sincere answer.
Well, you messed out jobs.
There wasn't enough room.
Give the people what they want.
I'm going to say, and I
Handbags.
said Brooksy and family.
Purses.
All right, I'm gonna.
It's 3 points.
No, I'm gonna give a truthful answer though here. Brooksy, that would not be an accurate answer because what Brooksy actually, she'll get like, you know, her dad will give her a Christmas, couple grand for Christmas. Somebody will give it. She actually buys most of her handbags by
think
herself.
she's
She
like
doesn't
a
like.
black
Once in a
hat
while,
bag.
I'll give her one every couple of years, but she actually buys it with her own money. So vacations probably would have been the right answer, or vet bills.
Well, I was going to say.
Now reduced 50%.
If this was next week,
This was episode 5.
Oh dear.
I was going to say golf at one point too.
Yeah, golf.
I think Leicester won maybe there.
I think I won too.
Yeah, but terrific effort all around.
I thought we had another round.
Oh, we could do a rapid round. What's my favorite sports team? I would say you would say the Eagles, the Habs, Leafs, and I would say the Niners. And
Not the Ottawa
The Ottawa
PWHL.
PWHL.
what's my all-time favorite internet video?
I think we're going to keep those records sealed.
That one's loaded. That's a
Here's
good one.
great questions come up here, and I'm just going to read this one, and you guys give me your answer.
Okay.
Anchorman, The Hangover, or Bridesmaids?
Oh, that's easy.
Ooh, Anchorman.
Anchorman or Hangover?
Hangover for me would be.
Bridesmaids is a good movie.
I think I go Anchorman though slightly.
I would be
Hangover for me.
Hangover. Just
Bridesmaids
because.
is actually a really good movie.
It is good.
Yeah, very
It's a
well
good
done.
movie too, man. Listen,
Legit question. I don't know the answer that you guys will give on this. Do you believe in aliens? Yes or not? Just answer
Do
the
they
question.
they exist?
Yes,
100%
I
yes.
believe in them. Yes.
yeah,
I don't think we've
so, yeah.
seen them.
Okay, do you believe in aliens on our planet?
I believe there's been aliens here.
Yeah,
Really?
I think it's. I
Are we
think
talking immigration?
Wow.
You don't actually like. It's almost been proven.
No, it's not been proven.
They basically
Nothing has been proven.
They basically said there's the
No,
aliens. They got
they basically not said that the aliens are here.
I was watching the blogs.
Yeah,
I don't watch. The
you're like, what are you, Aaron Rodgers? There are.
Watch out, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel came back.
Oh, he ripped them good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's a guy, A-Rod. That
Well, you don't
just
want to
is
get in a
gone.
pissing match with the.
I love that guy as a football player too. But I'm
I'm
sorry.
really surprised. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed.
Anyway, that's our first edition of Best Friend. Did we figure out who? I guess Lester's our best friend. He knows the most about us.
And Lester will write a theme song for that.
2, 3, 4. Who is your best friend? I wanna know. I'm gonna ask you some questions, so tell me so. We're gonna play a game. We're gonna find out. Ooh.
Yes, I think.
Because that's feedback I've gotten about the Return of the Pod. People love the songs.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
very
that's great.
and
They
a
were
lot of
almost
anger
disappointed
towards
to hear
you
us
at not
talk.
writing new
Yes.
ones.
Yeah, they want
There's
more.
a lot of anger.
Just
That's
want
just
the
you.
music.
That's just you.
They want more songs.
Wasn't there a time though, like I don't know what season it was, where we had so many songs that they just like 3/4 of the pod was the theme songs?
You were like Casey Kasem. You were just teeing them up.
Wow.
Speaking of which, little Jimmy Summers Adventures.
Ah.
Did you meet Casey Kasem?
No, I just meant I meant the theme song. You idiots.
Oh.
Jimmy Summer Adventures, what can we say? He played golf with the boys just about every single day. He had a good time and everything was fine. So I guess you could say the summer was a beauty.
What should I do today? I was. You know what? I would like to talk about my trip to Cabot. It won't be a boring golf discussion. I won't. I won't talk about golf.
Can you just go over your back nine?
No, I'm not going to do that. I know people hate the boring golf discussions.
146.
So
to 10.
the reason I'll tell you this story is because look, I live a privileged life. Everybody knows that. But I've never led the high life. I'm a very modest gentleman. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you don't. You
Yes.
don't live.
So,
your wealth very
and even when I've gone to Cabot, I've gone. We've flown there, and it's been a normal guy's golf trip. So I have some friends at my golf club who are wealthy.
Yes.
One of the gentlemen said, "Hey, would you invited?" I play with him quite regularly, good friend, and we play with a couple of other guys regularly. And he's like, "Hey, would you three like to come to Cabot?" He bought a place in Cabot, a villa.
He bought one of the villas.
He's very wealthy, so he owns a villa on the cliffs. And
Wow.
these villas are like spectacular, right? It's
better because the other places on the
the villas were amazing at links. These are even bigger. So it's perfectly designed for 4 guys to go golfing. It's like a square, like architecturally, it just looks very simple.
Yeah.
You each have a big king size bed and your own master giant bathroom. Wow. So on all four corners of the house, and then in the middle. There's like a big kitchen and sitting room, and then there's a patio overlooking the golf course. Oh, what else do you need, right? It's spectacular. So I'm like, yeah, hello, I'm in. We're going. And so then a couple months before, I'm like, when do what flight are we all taking? I want to book my flight. He's like, no, I'm taking care of that. I got a plane. So I'm like, you got like a plane, your own plane? He's like, yeah, I got a plane. I'm like, Oh, so Jimmy never been on a PJ. I know you.
I've been on PJs a few times.
You flew a PJ. Yeah, you got
Work trip we did a PJ.
well to the Masters the year that I
Masters,
couldn't make it,
yeah.
right? Because of COVID.
Yeah, that's one.
1 year.
The 1 year.
Well, when you were coming, we said let's PJ this bad boy.
Yeah. So, by the way, this is like
At one point, were you afraid that this guy was going to fly the plane though? Like maybe
no
crazy hobby.
No, I didn't think. I knew he did. I knew he didn't fly. It's it's crazy. By the way, I don't know the cost. I have a vague idea. Like so,
I would say it's about 20 G's.
no more than that.
Well, 100%.
To fly to Cabot on a PJ is like I think there and back probably 60, 70.
Really?
Probably because everything's expensive. The fuel.
Now this was a small PJ. Like it
I'm
only
just thinking the one
only
we
fit
took,
like
I
four
don't
of
think
us.
it was that expensive. Like I think we were around 25-30 to do return to Carolina.
What was? Oh, you're talking about the TSN one.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we got a deal.
No, we
Super
got
Sailors.
like TSN did.
And yours PJ must have been bigger than the one I took because
We fit 10.
right.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So anyway, it's pretty cool, right? You drive up to the
amazing.
private airport thing. You feel like Drake. You drive your car right friggin' onto the tarmac. I don't know if you guys did that.
No, we were in a park.
I drove my car up to the plane. They unload the stuff onto the plane, and then they take your keys. And then when you land a few days later, your
car's
SUV
there.
is waiting for you next to the plane.
The problem with
It's
it
sick.
is it's a little bit too nice. That
It's too much.
I got to do this.
No. Well, I know this guy. I won't mention his name because I don't keep his privacy. But he, during COVID, I know he's got a lot of money, and so it's not a problem for him. But he's very modest about it. Doesn't you would never know he's really wealthy, which I find a lot of really wealthy guys are like that. They're always
Darren
nicer
Dreger.
guys. It is Darren Dreger, yes. So. He flew to, I think he's got a place in Turks too.
Yeah.
And he flew to Turks
Hold
private.
on, this guy might be stalking you.
No, he had a place in Turks before me.
You might be stalking this guy, Jimmy.
He flew to Turks private, and then he liked it so much that he always flies to Turks private now. So, but if you can just do that, anyway, stupid money.
That's great.
Anyway, so take the PJ. There's only 3 of us. One of the guys had to fly a day later, so there's only 3 of us on the PJ plus the 2 captains. By the way, you always got to have. I'm never going to go on a plane with only 1 captain because in
case of heart attack or something.
Yeah, like the last time I was.
Well, we had the discussion. Could you land the plane if you had to?
Right.
That's very true.
Well, and I was on a chopper. I don't think I'll go on a chopper again. Last time I was on a chopper was in Hawaii,
The chopper.
and it was a Vietnam vet. The guy was like 70 years old flying the chopper.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there going, if this guy has any sort of heart attack or whatever, I'm not landing this chopper.
I think
a lot of people die in choppers.
I think I'd have a shot at landing a plane. I'd have a 0 chance at a chopper.
Would only accelerate.
Yeah.
But wouldn't the chopper be easier to pull down than the plane?
No, because you got to control the up and the sides with 2 different.
The plane, maybe
I'd have it
you could
flipped
get on
upside down pretty quick.
plane. Maybe you could get on the remote and get a guy and
Yeah.
help guide you down, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm not liking my chances.
Mr. Skeptical over there. He's just like,
When you were in your helicopter, like, because I've been in a helicopter once, and it's just you're so crammed in there. It's not comfortable either. Like, was that your experience as well?
well, Mike, I've been in a few helicopters in my life for sure, but this most recent one was. I remember I flew in one in Jamaica, and they took the door off because I was on a news assignment, and the cameraman was filming, and that was freaky because you're strapped in with no door on the thing. But I don't know. I always felt safe then. The one in Hawaii, we were in Kauai. And we were in this canyon. There's a beautiful canyon in Kauai. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the Grand Canyon except green. Wow. It's fascinating.
Like Jurassic Park?
All 3 of my kids were like throwing up. Like they were sick. And they weren't even enjoying the ride. Because this guy, you're going inside the canyon and out. Yeah. But I was happy when I landed. I don't think I'll go up in a chopper again.
No.
Kobe freaked me out a little too.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of chopper. It seems like there's a chopper crash like in Hawaii like every 3 months or something like that.
What's the name of the Ben Stiller movie where they're filming the movie?
Tropic Thunder?
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
That when you talk about the chopper going
Yeah.
down the valley, it reminds me of
I
Tropic
know.
Thunder.
Anyway, have we decided that none of us could land a plane, or we think we could land? I don't think we could land a plane.
I don't think.
Well, speaking of which,
There was only, I think, one person that ever did it. That's what we came to, and it was a really small plane. It wasn't like a commercial one.
Oh, okay.
Commercial one, you essentially. Yeah.
But aren't they even easier? They're like a bit like remote control almost.
yeah, you'd think
Pushing
you could almost.
like land plane.
We
Yeah,
should
but
get to that point now.
You think that, right? But like, there's stuff that's on your smartphone that's really easy to do. A person who's never seen a smartphone won't be able to do even the simplest thing.
Yeah,
Fair
that's
enough.
true.
You see all those buttons in that cockpit.
So we go. It's kind of there had been big storms out east the day before, and it just ended. So we're flying in. We're about a half an hour away, and the pilot says, "We don't know if we can land. There's a place you can land. There's like a private airport about an hour from Cabot." And he says, "So we're either going to have to go to back to Sydney, Nova Scotia, or we're going to have to go to Charlottetown, PEI to land." Oh, no. So, okay, these are first world problems, right? We're going to be delayed a few hours, whatever. We're on PJ. But then he goes, "I think we're going to try it." He goes, two planes tried to land there, but they didn't, but we're going to try it. So now...
Sorry, back that up. What do you mean they didn't after trying?
They just aborted. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, now I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
Because I've never been on a PJ before, and so we're going in, and it is a thick cloud. And then you'll get a little break in the cloud, and then thick cloud, and then break in the cloud. So at like 400 feet, there's a break in the cloud, and I can see the ground, and I'm like, oh, we're going to make it. And the two guys were like, yeah, we're making it. And I'm like, I'm not sure. And then we hit another cloud. And now I couldn't see anything. And you could see in the plane, like we're at 200 feet, right? And then we went right back up.
Oh, God.
So he lost all, he couldn't see the ground at like 150, 200 feet. That's how close we were to landing. Right. And so now I'm like, okay, let's go to Charlottetown. And he's like, I'm going to give it one more spin.
Oh, my God.
And at this point, I'm like, I was like head of my hands, and same thing. But this time at about like 200 feet, it totally cleared and he landed. And but that was my PJ experience.
Wouldn't be a bad way to go though.
In a PJ?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to go that way because people would be left with the wrong impression of me. Like Jimmy,
Rich
if you know
douchebag.
Jimmy, rich douchebag dies in PJ accident, right?
Oh my God!
I want to be with the people.
Died as he lived. Rich bastard.
Wow.
You know, if I'm gonna,
It'd suck for your buddy who owned the plane because he'd be like, I don't even get mentioned in the story.
I need to.
Oh, that's true.
I need to
he
be.
was the wealthier one.
Yeah, James Duffy and an anonymous man.
That's right. That's right.
Can you tell us this? What does your friend do for a living that he's asked this?
He had like a sports medicine business where I think some big money guys from the States came in and bought for a whack of money and something like that. I don't really understand it completely, but super nice guy. So next experience, we're out there the first night. We, by the way, played, I think, 8 rounds in 4 days in Cabot. But the first night we're there, I realized Tessa Bonham is there.
Oh, nice.
Actually, I knew beforehand because she phoned me and said, "You're coming to Cabot, right?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "We forgot our passports and they won't let us on the plane home. We had to talk them into getting them." They had no ID. Who goes to Cabot with no idea? Tessa and her husband.
Oh, my God.
So I had to go to her house or she sent her passports and I brought them to her. But so my friends are all excited. Even the wealthy guys, like, still a little starstruck. Tessa Bonham, you know, TSN gold medalist. So there's a little bar in Cabot, and she's at the bar, and we finished dinner late because we play golf, and it's like almost midnight, and we have a 6 a.m. tee off time, about to play 36, 36, 36 the next 3 days. I'm like, guys, we should, you know, Jimmy's all about the game.
Oh, yeah, you're there to shoot.
The guy's like, no, let's go meet Tessa at the bar. And I had to stop them and say, guys, I've partied with Tessa. You need to know what you're getting into.
Yeah, you don't want to get there.
She can drink. She's from Sudbury.
It's not going to be pretty. And they're like, nah, come on, let's go for one. 4 a.m.
Oh, God.
They're just completely sloshed. Tessa was everything. Tessa's super friendly. You get to the bar, shots, more shots. Now there's other guys there. Shots. 4 a.m.
She can handle
These guys are completely hammered. So now our wake-up call is 5:30, and we're about to play 36 holes.
Oh, God.
And I have to wake these guys up, and they were just like stumbling, literally walking to the first tee right at our tee off time, complete, just reeking of alcohol with 36 holes ahead of us, and it's like 29 degrees.
Oh, my God.
That's terrible.
Yeah, so it was rough, and so my elbow got completely shot. I was like an old man. I was falling apart, and I didn't play very good golf. So then and we had perfect weather. It was like sunny every day, 0 wind, like dream Cabot weather. And Cabot's a pretty playable golf course. Mm-hmm. So this is my only golf story I'll tell. The last day, I'm like, guys, I can't go. The elbow's killing me. Oh, one little thing about Cabot, just to give you another advertisement on the customer service.
Massage for your elbow?
I went into the pro shop. I'm like, do you have any of those old man elbow bands?
Yeah.
You know, the things you wrap around your elbows. You see it on tennis players and golfers. She's like, oh, we don't have any Serb, but maybe the pharmacy in town or something. I'm like, I got to tee off in 5 minutes. No, never mind. I go to the tea time. Just about to tee off, she comes running down. She left the shop, drove to the pharmacy, bought me one, came running back to the tee to have me one on the first tee. How about that?
Hey, listen, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
You're not with your friend, the high roller there?
Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
You're probably right.
She might just be a fan of the panel.
Or the pod.
Or the pod.
Or the pod.
Maybe she's part of prophylactic.
Maybe she is like Shower Thoughts or something. We don't know all their nicknames. Oh, no, we know Shower Thoughts.
Yeah.
Chewy Louie?
Chewy Louie, we know.
Pseudonym for Andrew Arsenault. He lives out there. So I have this caddy named Reggie. Just the coolest guy.
All 6 rounds?
No, the last round.
Oh, just last round.
Brother. Wonderful guy.
I knew Reggie was a Reggie! Yeah. What's up, bro?
And after playing crappy for all my days of my elbow, so I said I couldn't go, and then they're like, come on, it's your last round of cabin. I'm like, fine, I'll go. Took like 6 Advil. And that day it was like 4 club wind. For whatever reason, Jimmy had it. And Reggie was like the best. He was like reading every putt for me. I was draining everything. It was like Caddyshack, the Priest and Caddyshack round. It's like everything was going in. Reggie and I were loving each other. We were just vibing the whole round. So I get to 18. I'm 1 over. It's a par, one maybe 2 over.
You didn't do the Jamaican accent.
It's a par 70. No, I did not do it. Reggie, what have I got to hit here? No, I did not do that. Reggie had no accent.
Jimmy was feeling it a little too much.
I feel shame.
Reggie was not Jamaican. He was like from Winnipeg or something. So
I beg your pardon?
I've never, until my 72 at the end of the year, had never broken 75 before.
Yes.
So it's a par 70. So I par for 72 and bogey for 73. I stripe my drive right down the middle. So I got like 170 out, but the wind is howling. And at Cabot Links, the 18th hole is right by the restaurant. They have a restaurant right on the 18th hole. Amber's hit the windows of the restaurant like 6 times. So Reggie gives me whatever, a 6-iron or something. And I swing. And I hit this towering high, beautiful shot. And I said one of the stupidest things I've said in my life. Like, it was very Tin Cup-ish.
Yeah.
Like, it was actually a Tin Cup quote from 18. I go, "We're home, Reggie," while the ball's in the air.
Oh, God. Such a loser.
And Reggie's like, "Not so sure, man." No, Reggie says, "Not so sure, Jimmy." And so I hit this high shot, and I guess he knew the winds way better than me. It starts to blow, lands on top of the restaurant.
Oh, no.
You were home.
So I get up there, and the guy, Andrew, who runs the golf course, is there. And I'm like, "That's a free drop, right?" And he's like, "No, that's a lost ball. Made a quad, shot 76. But we're home, Reggie."
It's all as if God heard that line and picked the wind up.
Anyway, wonderful trip. I'll never have a trip like that to Cabot again. It was
story.
ludicrous. PJ, I think my bill, I paid for, we tried to pay for all the guys' meals because he had us there and spent about $100,000. So I think my bill was like $700 for 4 days at Cabot.
What a week.
Unbelievable. What do you want to get to? Where you're from?
Better.
Or best opening lyrics to a song. What's that about?
I
Just something you came up with
on the internet, and I was wondering.
Best opening lyrics to a song. Oh, God. Can we think about that next week and bring some ideas in?
Yes, I think
You know what? Let's do that. Yeah, next week.
Next week.
And listeners also submit your favorite.
Wait a
song.
second. Is Hello, Hello the opening lyrics to Hello, Hello?
They may also be the only lyrics to Hello.
It's hello, how you feeling?
Hello,
What is the chorus to that? No, the verse. Give me a verse of that song.
Embrace the newness of
No, actually, let's make it up.
Hi.
I haven't seen you for a while. Girl, I've been missing your smile.
Love it.
So I just called you up today, 'cause I needed to say hello, how are you? Come on, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good verse.
He's going to be like, "Can I borrow that video?"
People ask me all the time. Actually, Bad for Bernard came up a couple days ago.
Yeah,
And I say all the time, Jimmy's a great lyricist.
that was pretty good on the spot. I think that should be a new verse. for like, you know, when Taylor Swift redid All Too Well and made it 10 minutes, you can do that for Hello.
And put a line about Travis Kelce in it.
Exactly. Okay, so we're going to come up with best opening lyrics to a song next week. We're also going to watch Leave the World Behind, which you gave us homework to watch, and only me and you have watched it.
I'll try and do that.
Right? And now you're going to do Where You From.
Where you from? Where you from? This is the silliest segment that we've ever done. The silliest song that I've sung. Where you from?
Where you from? Glenn Zapsky writes in, hey guys, listening to the podcast and you were unsure where Hudson Bay is located. Look up Glenn Gullitzan or Trent Yanni, both born and raised in Hudson Bay. Cheers.
But we were more having issues with where how many provinces.
Hudson Bay go?
Yeah. Oh, so there's actually a place called Hudson's Bay?
And it's not on Hudson's Bay.
It's not on Hudson's Bay?
Oh, it's not?
Whoa.
Oh.
Learning. We're learning.
Crazy.
Lee Hitson writes in, I'm here in Gloucestershire.
That is not Gloucester like my Gloucester, Ontario. Gloucestershire would be
I didn't mean
England.
to imply it was. I'm sorry.
Right? Did you look it up?
No, but a Shire. It has to be in England.
Shire. Ah, the Shire. Ah, the Pete. The Pete's. Ah, the Pete.
Am I looking up Gloucestershire? Or?
No, I get Puffy to do that. You're busy. Melissa's from Wilton, Ontario. That's my niece. I told you.
Oh, is that okay?
Okay.
Well, we got her in again just as a family favor.
Ryan Clow, Rochester, New York. Nice. Can I ask you a question? Yes. So, Ryan, Rochester was, when we live in Toronto, I think we had this discussion before, we get the Buffalo news. But when you live in Ottawa, your local American station gets the Rochester news.
Oh, really?
Right?
So you didn't get like Irv Weinstein and all those?
No, I had Rich Funky. Rich Funky was the big sportscaster.
Really?
That's what I was going to ask Ryan. Was Rich Funky a idol of yours growing up? Because he was the local sport. Because that's would be the local sports I'd watch. I'd go with Rich Funky.
Sales car, like
Everything.
used cars.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
There was a business.
Salino and Barnes?
199 Reynolds Street. I can't remember what the business was, but I remember the ad. It said, "Come drop by 199 Reynolds Street." Anyway, maybe Ryan can tell me what's on 199 Reynolds Street because that's the commercial I remember from my upbringing.
We got Scott Lays from Settler, Alberta.
Stetler.
Oh, my bad. Stettler, Alberta, 45 minutes east of Red Deer. Listening since episode 1.
Oh, I love you, Scotty.
Right.
That's a OG. Aaron Crossman says in Truro, Nova Scotia, and just took in all the World Junior A Challenge games. Glad to have you guys back. A Christmas miracle.
I have to apologize. I had to do this on air during the World Juniors. I think in the last episode of the pod, there was I'm going to get this wrong. There is a town in Nova Scotia where one of our listeners was from, and I butchered it because one of the players at the World Juniors was on. It was Talatanton or something like that. Now I can't apologize because I had to apologize on air because I think it was Jake Furlong.
Oh, yeah.
The defenseman was from there, and can you look it up? Tallahassee, Nova Scotia, Go to where you're from.
Tantalon. Upper Tantalon. Upper Tantalon, not lower.
Tantalon. I think. What did I say? I think I said Tantalon on the air, and they all mocked me, and I believe it's Tantalon.
But upper is not
Tantalon.
Hooper, right?
Upper is not Hooper.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Tantalon, yes.
I think I got it right.
The more we say it, the more wrong it sounds.
Can correct me.
Yes, for sure. All right, so we got to Aaron. Nine Steffi writes back, thanks for the shout out. Would love to host you all here on Bowen Island. We have a super golf course here, and we have a private pickleball court, so that would be fun. Come on over.
Listen, I'll tell you what, Bowen Island is absolutely beautiful. I want to shout out to Jim Mullen, who runs Gridiron Nation, our show on TSN, college football guy. He broadcasts from there. And also, oh my God, Bare Naked Ladies, Andy, Andy Cregan lives out there now. And
Where's Bowen Island?
It's off the coast of Vancouver. It's a ferry ride. I think it's about maybe an hour or so to get back.
You know what? One of my
Let's go.
But check it out. When Andy Cregan left the Bare Naked Ladies, he and my brother were actually both Cregan brothers are good friends with my brother. But anyway, when he first left, I was out in Vancouver. He invited me out to Bowen Island. We walked around for an hour, 2 hours, and all over Bowen Island. It was a fantastic conversation with him. He told me why he left the band. The whole bit was amazing.
Get the PJ.
Get the PJ to Bowen Island. Yeah, I'm sure my buddy would love
save us
that.
an hour ferry ride.
Yeah.
My nephew and his girl.
Yeah.
He's in the he's in an organization which can't be mentioned, the equivalent of like the CIA in Canada.
Oh, really?
And he moved to Vancouver from Ottawa with his girl who's from BC, and they've got a place on one of the islands. It might be Bowen Island. I don't know. There's a lot of islands there.
Again, we should get the PJ and I'll head out there to see your cousin.
When the World Juniors were in Vancouver and Victoria, our entire family went out and rented a place on wherever Gibson is. We talked about this.
Gibson, BC.
What island is that?
That's about 3 hours off the coast of Vancouver.
Oh, it's that far?
No,
it's not that far.
No, it's like an hour. It was like a 45-minute cab.
Just ferry ride.
Cab ride.
Yeah, ferry ride. That's what I meant.
Okay.
It's amazing though. Gibson's and Roberts Creek.
And
So you're on the PJ talks, and then the rest of us will discuss.
Yeah, and we'll be playing the pickleball.
Yeah,
and
I'll work on
the golf. Oh, by the way, I heard rumors. I heard rumors that we could have an air hockey tournament at this very venue.
Oh my goodness! Right
here.
Yes.
With all our listeners?
Well,
Everybody's invited?
Wow.
Let's make it an open.
Open challenge.
Like the US Open where anybody can show.
Yeah. There is.
By the way, the security guard today was not quite as friendly as Patricia from last week.
Felt like there might have been a relation.
Virginia?
Virginia. Yes.
Oh, was Virginia last week?
Virginia last week.
Oh.
Yes.
Not quite as happy to see us,
sisters
and I was disappointed.
Like Lester,
Yes.
but one had a little more luck.
Yes.
One was rebuffed.
Last one.
We'll wrap up where you're from with Michael Hull. Stoff, you mentioned you traveled to Perth, Australia. That's my hometown, but I live in Morinville, Alberta.
Saying names, for an intelligent guy?
Thanks.
This is the second language.
Yeah, exactly. I took ESL, buddy.
It's
a miracle I can actually do this.
Polish first?
Of course, yeah.
I didn't know that.
I lived there for 7 or 8 years.
Questions in our game today.
I hope you enjoyed Perth. I went back in September 2023 for the first time in 5 years. I miss it, but I call Canada my home.
Beautiful. What a way to
I miss Perth as well.
What a way to end.
Good podcast.
Really strong episode, guys. I thought it was good. Let us know if you like the gaming. We'll do some more gaming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe one day we'll just play like
version of esports.
yeah.
Listen to this podcast, but if nothing else, you're gonna have a laugh.
It's true.
I guess that's the end. All he's doing is reciting parts of his songs now.
Lyric.
Hello is next.
Song lyric.
Welcome back.
We'll see you next week on the Rubber Boots Pod. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, how are ya? I got a question that I really wanna ask ya. Wait, don't hang up. I need to know, so I'm gonna try and push my luck. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like the dunk tank at the fair? I know it's a little strange, my obsession with your choice of footwear in the rain. I know that you're on TV, but I need you to put your boots up on the desk for me. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like the dunk tank the fair. This is the part they call the bridge, a bridge has water under it. With rubber boots you can wade in the water. Just don't fall in. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? Are they purple, yellow, green, blue, black, or white? Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? And do you like a dunk tank at the fair?
Do you like the dunk tank?
At the fair.
The dunk tank, the dunk tank.
At the fair. Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight? No, seriously. Are you wearing your rubber boots? Don't hang up, please. Somebody. Hey? Anyone?